What's up, everyone? It's your boy Wolfie, and today we are doing something a bit different today, and we are going to check out a new update. What's Fortnite recently has done on creative, and that is bringing out all of the Star Wars stuff to creative, including the Star Wars lightsabers, force abilities, all the Star Wars weapons. So we are going to have a look at them all. So let's start off with the vehicles. We have the AAAT, aka the Separatist tank, and boy, this honestly, if anyone else is a Star Wars fan, this is like a dream come true because there ain't gonna be a Battlefront 3. I don't think there's ever gonna be a Battlefront 3. So I feel like they're trying to apply that Battlefront 3 is going to be in Fortnite. Anyway, let's see. Yeah. Nope. This is literally a dream come true. All your Star Wars fans out there. Honestly, what's missing now is a droid skin. This is just bring out droid skins at this point, but you know. Also, these sound boxes are only a limited time only, seeing Epic can't afford the rights. I feel like this is only gonna last until May, I think. So use them while you can, because these won't be staying. I think all the vehicles and Star Wars weapons will be, and all the builds. Alright, let's move on to the Mandalorian's fighter. Oh yeah, let's hop him in. I don't think I've actually seen this in any of the Star Wars seasons. I feel like these two are new, the Separatist tank and the Mandalorian fighter. So yeah, I'm actually surprised. Of course, you have yourselves both the classics from previous Star Wars seasons. You've got the X-Wing and the TIE Fighter. I used to always use these when the Star Wars season was around. I was always in these, just joyriding, killing people with it. I don't know why, but I'm mostly always going to TIE Fighters, mostly. The X-Wings, sure, they were decent, but I always get the TIE Fighters and the X-Wings. Just massive. So, yeah. Actually, hold on. Oh, no way. It was the Iron Cannon. Torpedo. I don't think I've ever seen that as well. I feel like that's recently been added to vehicles, like that. The torpedoes. Oh, you can go super speed with it. So we have the X-Wing. Wait, can the X-Wing do the iron thing? The torpedo. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. You can do the classic Death Star run. That's the X-Wing. So I feel like that's it for the Star Wars vehicles. I think the rest of the vehicles are props. But we will get to those in a bit. But yeah, these are all the vehicles as we know of now. Now we shall move on to the turrets. We have the... No way. You have the Death Star turret. The Death Star. I don't know what these are called. Yeah, but I'm just gonna call it Death Star turret, which looks awesome. How do you get in it? Oh, there you go. No way. Oh, that's cool. Mind you, if someone was flying around, it'd be a lot harder to hit, I'm guessing. No way. And we're going to move on to the turret from Hoth, I believe. This particular is the planet of Hoth. I'm guessing the snow planet. At least that's where I remember these turrets from. Because I played a lot of Battlefront 2, I believe. Oh, I love that effect. The effect where it's all like on fire and smoking. Hey, that's an awesome detail. Also when it blows up too. So that's the turret from Hoth. Now we're just going to move on to the builds. Starting with the first... Ooh, what's this? I feel like it was called... Can't get the name on top of my head now, it's been so long. The Resistance Base, I believe. So we're going to start off with the Resistance Base. Take a quick look around. Oh yeah, you got the helmets and everything in here. They've got on the detail too. I just like how there's so much opportunities on May the 1st, I think, because that's when they're releasing all the maps. So this is right now on creative only. Ah yes. Can we skip through it? Yes, we can. So, let's see if we missed everything. Of course, we have a little storage unit here, I think this is. What's in here? Oh, there's an upstairs, okay. Oh yes, of course you can jump through. So that is the Resistance base from the last Star Wars season we had. You know. Also, there is new buildings to this, such as I think it was the Death Star live event builds. So we're gonna bring up all of those. This seems to be a bit bugged because it's missing some parts. So this is a bit bugged, but I think Epic will fix this. Yeah. Well, I think I remember running up here with Jonesy. I think it was to shut down the Death Star laser or have the Death Star laser fire back. I can't remember what the live event was about, but I do remember like running with a bunch of people with Jonesy and I believe Hope. Ah yes, got the classic hallway scene as well. And this seems to be a big bug too. Yeah, so don't mind if the builds are missing some parts on your maps, but I feel like these are just bugs, like miniaturized bugs. I think Epic will get sorted. But yeah, that's all like the Empire stuff. We've also got the Watchtower. I feel like this was the First Order Watchtower, if I believe. Yes, First Order Watchtower. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I believe these are the. I believe this was the. I believe this was the entrance to the First Order base, where you go through, and I feel like the First Order actual base would be over there. I feel like this was the entrance. Yes. Right, let's move on to the actual First Order base. Oh yes. I remember where Phasma was always like looming around here. I feel like this was the hangar. Yes, this was the hangar. I mean, I feel like it was meant to be the other way around, but oh well. So Phasma would be, well, the boss fight with Phasma would be looming around these hallways or the actual hangar. And you had Mythic. I think it was the grenade and the blaster. I think. But yeah, awesome stuff here. So that's the First Order base and the First Order hangar. I don't know which one's better, the Empire hangar, the First Order hangar, but I'm a classic guy, so I would have to go for this hangar. Even though it's a bit bugged right now, but I would still go for it. And of course, we have a snow base from Hoth. I feel like this is a miniaturized version. I mean, I do remember having the Lemon and Vulcan in here, but I feel like this is just a miniaturized version for now. I mean, you could make that with all the creative stuff. I thought that would open automatically. But yeah, they're taking everything from Battlefront into the... Yeah. I like the detail, the attention to detail on this. It's awesome. You've got some empty spaces here if you want to put some X-Wings in here. Although I don't think the spaces are a bit big enough for the X-Wings. So, yeah. Let's see, have I missed anything else? Oh yeah, I did. It's this corridor down here, I believe. Yes. But it's literally just a dead end. So yeah, that's the snow base from Hoth. The Revel snow base, to be more exact. We have the platforms, the little platforms for the X-Wing and TIE fighters. There's actually two versions. Got this version, which is just a flat version of that. But I prefer that more than anything. And then we have the Tatooine version. Yeah. Now, I do believe that the Razor Crest was in this version, I believe. I can't remember. No, hang on. The Lemon and Vulcan was in this, but I feel like it was a bit bigger. I don't know why. I do slightly remember having the Lemon and Vulcan in here, but yeah. It's a bit smaller, but hey, there's another hangar in there, I guess. Just Tatooine based. And of course, we're going to move on to the sand crawler, I believe. The sand crawler with those little hooded people. I can't remember what they're called. Yeah. I like how it's a bit like how they tried to make it seem that they're unloading the sand crawler, but everything seems to be floating here. But it's Star Wars. I mean, of course you're gonna have things floating. Let's see if we can find any Easter eggs, because there's no way that I haven't put any Easter eggs in here with C-3PO and RD2. Oh yeah, you can go on top of it. I've always wondered what was inside this part. Nothing. Ah, no, I thought there would be at least a little room for the hooded people. But yeah, that's where they would operate from. How to drive this behemoth. Yeah, I love it. And now we're gonna switch everything up. Okay, yeah. That's the resistance. Oh wait, no, we haven't used that yet. Oh no, what have I done? God damn it. Right, hold on, I made a bit of a mistake. Hold on. Let me see what I had. There we go. Right, okay. Now we're about to place... I think, like, this is another resistance base. Or the rebel base, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. This is just another version of that. Let's take a quick look. I like the layout. Okay. Apparently there's still wings in these hallways. The TIE fighter wings. And of course, we have the long platform. Now I believe that the Lemon and Vulcan was here. I was mistaken. So now I'm starting to remember. So it wasn't at Tatooine. It was at the Revel base. Is where the Lemon and Vulcan was around on the Star Wars season. Okay, let's bring out all the Tatooine stuff. Awesome. So these are the Tatooine builds you can place. Like the Mandalorian Easter eggs. With the Stormtrooper on spikes. Now, I believe this is the Cantina, I believe. He called it. You cannot have a Star Wars game without the Cantina. You just can't. Be unnatural. What's that? That was sparking a bit. What? Yeah. Awesome build. It's an awesome structure. Build structure. I mean... Okay, let's move on to actual builds now. I feel like these are new, like really new, but I feel like these are based off the Mandalorian structures of things. So let's bring all of these. Oh. I'm just gonna bring them all out all at once, just so. So this is all the Mandalorian builds. I feel like this was I can't remember what the planet was called. I believe this was where Mandalorian would go to take his bounties. I think it was called Mos Eisley or something. I think that was what the planet was called, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure if I feel like this is where Moff Gideon shot the whole building up, I think. Yeah. Anyway. Let's see if I'm missing anything else. I feel like I am, you know. I don't think I brought these guys out. Let's place. There you go. So these are like miniature builds than anything. So yeah, they're not as big. So you can easily just build some miniature builds. There's a lot of opportunities of what people can make with all of us when everything starts, you know, when everyone starts realizing that you can make stuff like Star Wars things now. I hope that they bring Marvel stuff in as well, seeing there's like a Marvel Blitz out. But I feel like it's the right issues more than anything. Like, yeah. So I feel like that's it for builds. Although let's move on to the like the props, the vehicle props. Ah, yes. So these are all the props you can get. The Lemon Vulcan, the Death Star turret, the shuttle, the Razor Crest, the Hoth turret, and I believe this is a. I feel like this is a what's this? I don't know what vehicle that is. Anyway, let's move on. I remember this. This is off Rebels. I do remember this in the actual Star Wars season, but I mostly remember this off the Rebels. So yeah, I feel like this was the Stormtrooper carrier, where it just carried a bunch of Stormtroopers. The X-wing, X-wing's classic, and I don't think we've ever seen this before. The Walker. I'm a big fan of the Walker. I would always go in these in Battlefront 2. It's a shame that this isn't actually a vehicle replacing the actual mech. Because I felt like back in the day they used to do mechs. So I'm a bit disappointed that this isn't a vehicle, but oh well. You can't always get what you want, can't you? So we have the First Order TIE Fighter. You know what's strange? I don't know why vehicles don't have an option of skins where you can still have them as a vehicle, but yet you can select First Order style of vehicle. And we have the Clone War troop carrier, I believe. This is where all the clones will, you know, get in. I mean, this is heavily armored. It has 4 lasers. Damn. Lemon and the classic Lemon and Vulcan, and I believe this is the Resistance version of the Lemon and Vulcan. So I can tell because the satellite kind of gives it away. So yeah, these are the props you can use. Awesome. So of course we have the wreckage version. Like we've got some wreckages of TIE fighters, so you can use this to create your own field, you know, your own battlefield. We have more than that, obviously. So yeah. Anyway, let's move on to the weapons. So we of course have your Star Wars weapons. Oh yeah. I was wondering where the sound was. Mm-hmm. Yes. Now I gotta say, my favorite color would be red. I don't know why. Red has always been my favorite color. So I don't know if it's because I'm a big Darth Vader fan or a big Darth Maul fan, but red will always be my go-to. So they brought back Kylo Ren's lightsaber. Now I can't remember when they last released this. This was probably the very first lightsabers they brought out. Also does the unstable lightsaber effect, where it sounds unstable, and all the electricity scattering all around it. Hey, that's pretty cool. So I believe this is Darth Maul. Yeah, this is Darth Maul's lightsaber. Just looks like every other lightsaber, just a different hilt. So, let's see. Which one's this? Is this Obi-Wan's Kenobi? Or is this, what's his name? Qui-Gon Jinn's lightsaber, I believe. I don't know, it might be Master Yoda's lightsaber. Although, that won't make any sense, because I believe his was smaller. Seeing he was a small guy holding a small lightsaber. So... And of course you got Mace Windu's lightsaber. Of course. Also, this lightsaber seems a lot more... I don't know what it is. Hang on a minute. This one seems a lot thinner than all the other lightsabers. I mean, I kind of like the hilt. So, I feel like this is Obi-Wan's lightsaber, Anakin's lightsaber. Oh, never mind. This is Obi-Wan's lightsaber. And who the hell is this? Is this just a... I feel like this is just a normal hilt. Like, it's just a customizable... Just a... its own hilt. But yeah, you've got Obi-Wan's, Anakin's, and a normal hilt for any lightsaber. So let's move on to Force abilities. Okay, so of course you've got your lightsaber throw. Hey, that's pretty cool. And you've also got, what's this? What am I doing? Am I doing some Jedi mind trick? I feel like this is I feel like you'd have to have a 2-player. I don't know what this is, but I feel like it seems like a Jedi mind trick, so I feel like I might have to do that with someone else if I get the chance. Emperor Palpatine's Force Lightning, I believe. Oh yeah. I believe this can mobilize vehicles, can it? I believe so. Hold on. Yes, it can. It can mobilize vehicles, and that's pretty good. We have the ability to throw rocks. And TIE fighters. Okay, we can throw vehicles too. Force healing. So this heals you if you're in a battle. It's doing some sort of Jesus pose as healing. Force pull. Okay, so it pulls things towards you. Force push. That's a lot more powerful than the force pull, I believe. If the fight is getting too heated, then... What's this? Is this blindness? I feel like you can blind people with that. Force blindness. Force shield. That's awesome. What else have I missed? I feel like I've missed a couple. No, I haven't. I feel like we've checked all of these. We haven't checked this one. We can summon Darth Vader. Okay. We can summon NPCs. So you can summon bots, basically. I don't know what force ability that is. Force summoning, I believe. And of course we have all the weapons. We have Jango Fett's blasters. That's a lot of damage. So, got Mandalorian's blasters. I remember when these weapons were overpowered. 181. Damn. The Wookiee bowcaster. That just had no weak. That, you ain't surviving that. If it's one shot like that, then yeah. You. The clone bonus, I believe. And of course we have Mandalorian sniper. Oh, right, you can have to actually have bullets with this. Okay. I was wondering when it would have a cooldown. Is it Phasma's blast? It is. It's Phasma's mythic. Yet again, it sprays like a water pistol, basically. Awesome stuff. Of course, we have the shotguns. I don't think I was ever used to the shotgun. I don't know what it is. I thought my favorite gun was blasters, like normal, regular blasters. If this is a sniper of some kind. What's this? Of course, you've got the jetpacks. If I can actually... I might actually have to start the game. Hold on. Oh no. Did I not... I did not get to keep the weapons. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Had a bit of an error here. Right, let me remember. Copy. Tell you what, while I'm at it, have the full Mandalorian setup, why don't we? So I believe, yeah. It's been so long since I've been on creative, guys. I'm not really a creative person, but I feel like this is the start. Now we start the game. Okay. So you can fly around, obviously. That's pretty cool. Damn, it's a tough tank. Damn. A little fly around in the TIE fighter. Sorry guys, I can't resist. I have to go in this TIE fighter.
try out this copy though. Oh yeah. Actually, how many torpedoes does it take to take down a tank? Okay. Reloaded jet. Okay, 2. Takes 2 torpedoes. Oh, that's not too bad. If we got anything else. Right. Finish the game. Start creative. Okay. Actually, let's test something out. Alright, I'm really hoping the NPCs has updated. Spawn point. So, NPCs. Right, yes. You can also change the skin of the NPC to whatever you want. Let's go for Sif Ray. Okay. Awesome. Let's go for, I don't know, Stormtrooper. Nice. So you can spawn any NPC. Where's the mannequins? If that's the case, I need to know where the mannequins is. Where's the mannequin? There they are. There's my buddy mannequin. I'm gonna give him a new outlook. Let's go for Darth Maul, for instance. Yes. That off. No, no. Let's have him celebrate. Yes. He's cheering. He's cheering for all of this. So yeah, you can spawn NPCs down, even mannequins, so you can do your emotes on them, make them look like they're celebrating. I'm happy that that's a thing. But yeah, I feel like we've covered around about everything what's in creative, guys. So, like always, I'm gonna end the video here. And like always, I will do more videos. I took a bit of time off because, you know, felt like I was doing a bit too much videos, like, you know. So, I am now gonna post once a week. So, yeah. Anyway, like always, I hope you like this video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.